What is up, Capricorn? How are you guys doing? Let's go ahead and knock out your extended reading for September 2024. This is just one last sweep across the table to make sure I get every last crumb of information out of September. Because guess what's coming up next? The mid-month messages. That's where we check to see if timelines have changed. But we gotta get every crumb from the main monthly out of the way first. So for those of you who would like a personal reading, just check right down there in the description of this video and you'll find everything you need to know as far as how to go about doing that. So I'm actually starting these off with general messages. General, career, finance, friends, family, anything but romance. What general messages do we have for Capricorn? What are the general messages for Capricorn? Two of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, we got that Lover's card there. Well, this is not a romance reading. So let's see here. Okay, well, this is kind of weird. This is a very strange general reading. Okay, so this has to do with the workplace. Okay, now as weird as that may sound, hear me out. The main reason why you are where you are as far as where you're working and what job you're doing and whatnot isn't for the reasons that you would think. It's because you have a really, really, really important soul contract that you're working. You're working on a really important soul contract that you're connected to as a direct result of where you work. So I don't know who that is. Could be your boss for some of you with the King of Pentacles here. But whoever the first person is that comes to your mind. Could be your boss, could be a coworker, could be a customer that you deal with as a direct result of your job, but you've been working on a soul contract with somebody. And it is kind of starting to look like that soul contract is almost complete. Almost. Now, I don't know if it was past life karma. Maybe it was for some of you. I think the reason this looks so general is probably because it's so different for each and every one of you that it would be very difficult for me to generalize it. But that is wrapping up and coming to a close. And here within probably the next 6 months to a year, you are going to start being destabilized because it's about time for you to change paths. About time for you to change paths. Some of you, I'm kind of getting here, are very well aware of that because you feel it very heavily. But either way, whether you're right on the brink of it or right in the middle of it, you're being destabilized. This soul contract you've been working on, whatever karma or whatever the case may be, it's almost cleared and completed. So you're going to be switching paths here in the next 6 months to a year. Okay. All right, well, let's see what general advice we have. What general advice can we give Capricorn universe? Boom, Two of Swords. That's weird advice. Hang on. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, all right. So I've been seeing this come through for a lot of personal clients over the past year or so. Let me see if I can explain this. All day, every day, your guides are talking to you. All day, every day. You got your guides in your ear, following you around everywhere, talking to you, right? Take this path. Take that path. Don't take that path. Stay away from this person. Don't do that thing. You hear it, whether you ignore it or not is a different story, but most people just think that that's their own intuition. And maybe to some degree it may be, but to a very large degree, your guides are talking to you, right? Well, here's the thing that a lot of us don't really understand. We are all coming to a nexus point timeline. Kind of like we did back in 2020. Remember 2020? Last US election year? It didn't matter who you was, didn't matter where you was on the planet, all timelines came together, right? Remember that? And we're going to do that one more time. So, it doesn't matter which path you take. It's going to lead you to the same point. And then once we hit the nexus point, that's when timelines split back off. You're going to end up on a very specific timeline no matter what path you take right now. So the paths that are available to you split off like this and then come back around like this. So you know what that means, right? It means it doesn't matter which path you take. You know what happens when it doesn't matter which path you take? Your guides take a step back and they say, all right, this one's on you. This one's on you. Take whatever path you want. Doesn't matter. If you take path A, by the time you cross the nexus point, you will be the path A version of yourself. If you take path B, by the time you reach the nexus point, you'll be the path B version of yourself. You can take this path and have this experience, or you can take that path and have that experience. Pick one. And then a lot of people get really freaked out, and then they come to me for a reading when their guides back off, and they always say something to the effect of, I have a block in my intuition. I'm usually really good at intuitively figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing in life, but my intuition is completely blocked. First of all, no, it's not. No, it's not. What a large degree of what you think your intuition is your guides talking to you. And they've taken a step back. They're leaving this one up to you. And I know that can be kind of frustrating because whenever we're searching for guidance, we're kind of hoping to get like a solid, straightforward answer, but that's not always the case. So at the end of the day, what kind of story do you want to tell later on down the line? That's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. All right, well, that was kind of weird, but okay. All right, now we're moving on to the love portion of the reading, and I'm starting these off with the person from the past. If you're not here inquiring about somebody you've had some sort of past history with, this is not for you. Ooh, 7 of Cups. So this person's love life is not very successful right now. Not allowed to spy on the personal details of their life. I will say that until my face turns blue and the cows come home. But I can read the energy coming off of them, and their love life ain't been very successful since y'all parted ways. They're either just desperately trying to find somebody new, or they just can't connect with nobody. No matter who they connect with, it falls through. Yeah, their love life has gone down the drain since y'all parted ways. Could be a water sign for some of you. Boo, 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 buddy, doo. Blue, de blue, buddy, blue. Okay. All right. So they still feel a hell of a strong connection with you, though. And they're still very heartbroken by whatever it was that went down between the two of you. I don't know. I kind of feel like they want to talk to you, but they don't at the same time. This person's a mess. This person is an absolute mess. But they're doing everything that they can to try to make the most logical, rational, reasonable decision that they can possibly make. Could be a Libra for some of you. And at the end of the day, they're probably just trying to isolate and be alone because, again, whatever their love life is not looking very successful right now. Again, I can't spy on the details of their life. So what are they doing? I don't know. Are they out there swiping on Tinder, or are they hitting up? I don't know. But it's not looking like it's going very good for them. I kind of feel like their life is going downhill. So, let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. How do they feel about you at the deepest, deepest level? Okay, walking away from this. Why? Why are they walking away from this? They feel like you're still mad at them, or they just don't like your attitude with the Queen of Swords reversed. They're a little bit intimidated by you too, to be honest. I think what they really want to do is just kind of try to delete your memory and forget about you. But like I said, they still feel a very, very strong connection with you, and the two of you are karmically tied. I don't know if the two of you were karmic soulmates when you first came together, but it doesn't matter if you were or you weren't. You are now. So, okay. Could be a Leo for some of you. They feel like whatever it was that happened between the two of you just drained the shit out of them. They feel very drained. But they still feel a really, really heavy connection with you. And they're trying everything they can to flip a switch and turn that off. Well, okay. Let's get some advice on this. Let's see if it would be a good idea for Capricorn to reach out to this person. Would it be a good idea? Ooh, they got their guard up. Boy, they got their guard up. Well, they wouldn't be waiting on you with open arms, I'll tell you that much. But that's about the only way you're really going to be able to get communication from this person, is if you make the leap and come forward. So, right now, this energy is so heavy that if the two of you did come back together, their walls would be 10 miles high. And I just don't really see a lot of forward movement here. And I don't see you all coming to a stable place. So, man, this one's tricky. Okay, let me meet you in the middle. Do the best you can, and I know this is hard, but do the best you can to try to erase any expectations that you have. Do the best you can. I know, that's hard. I get it. But try to delete your expectations, because this person's walls is 10 miles high. The only thing that I think you could do is make sure you do enough healing to where if you and this person was to reconnect, they could genuinely sense a serious energetic shift in you. How about this? Plan on the next time you and this person communicate, you have done so much healing that they're having a hard time recognizing you. How about that? Make sure their jaw's on the floor the next time y'all talk, because so you seem different. There's been a massive energetic shift inside of you. Try that and see where it goes from there. That would be the only way to increase the chances that the two of you could reconcile successfully. Here's the catch-22 though. The more healing you do, the less interested you become in reconciliation. That's where it turns into this paradoxical double-edged sword when you start doing that. But if there was ever a way to increase the chances, not guarantee, but increase the chances of successful reconciliation, that's really all you can do. All right, now we're going to look at the current long-term relationship. So if you're not in a long-term relationship, or if you are, and there are no serious problems, issues, or concerns, then this is not for you. This is only for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Capricorns in a long-term relationship with some fucking problems. Okay, ooh, the two of you are not a very good team. There's just not a lot of teamwork going on here. Boom, 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 boom. I do see you all doing the best that you can to work this out, though. Some of you are either looping around in a cycle or you've already been on and off with this person. This has on and off written all over it right here. Death card, Tower card reversed. So I'm seeing the two of you absolutely trying to work this out, but you can't work it out if the two of you aren't on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goal. So the connection is slowly deteriorating between the two of you, but an ending is being prevented. And an attempt to try to keep this going is being implemented. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Okay. Uh-oh. Got a little bit of codependency energy in here. I don't feel like talking about that tonight, so I'm going to do the best I can to steer around that. I know y'all don't feel like hearing me talk about it. I don't feel like hearing myself talk about it. So I'm going to try to steer around that. But if it comes back out, I'm going to have to talk about it. All right. Let's look at the current long-term partner's true feelings, energies, and intentions. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What are their intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Two of Wands. Oh, they feel like there's too much drama between the two of you. They don't know. They're contemplating ending this. Two of Swords, Two of Wands, Tower card. They're contemplating ending this. They just feel like there's too much drama. They feel like there's entirely too much drama and they're about to throw in the white towel and give up on this. Some of you, this person doesn't even really trust you either. Why? I don't know. I don't know if you did something to betray their trust or maybe they're just projecting. I don't know. But they don't even really fully trust you. Not fully. They do question the things that you say and do. They're not 100% convinced that you're 100% honest with them all the time. And they have not released and let go of anything that has happened between the two of you in the past. So they're still carrying all the karmic, shitty energy from every argument you all have ever had. They're still carrying it. They haven't let go of anything that's ever happened between the two of you. Could be an Aries for some of you. Well, okay. Well, we kind of got the outcome there. Like I said, I'm seeing you all trying to work this out. You're making an attempt. So far, though, it looks like it's going to be a repeat cycle because y'all just aren't working together as a team. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if it's yours, theirs, or both of y'all's, but let's get the advice here. Let's get the advice. Star card reversed. Damn dog, Tower. That leaves me with little wiggle room. That has happened for almost every sign so far. I do the best that I can to try to bend and stretch the advice. When it comes to everything else, I read what comes through. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't sprinkle sugar on the readings. I don't try to make them sound cute. And I definitely don't tell you what you want to hear. But when it comes to the advice, I do the best I can to stretch it, bend it, and twist it if I can. If I have the wiggle room to do that. Here, this Virgo season, though, for some reason, I've been left with very little wiggle room for a lot of the signs. If the two of you cannot get on the same page at the same time, working towards the same goal, it's going to crash and burn. Period. 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 And I'm also getting here that if it does, now this is mainly for those of you who have been on and off with this person, okay? So if you haven't been on and off with them, this isn't for you. To the Capricorns who have already been on and off with this person, if it comes to an end again, at what point do we realize that this is just what's going to happen every time? How many times do we have to repeat a cycle before we see, okay, Yeah, if I keep playing the same game, I'm going to keep winning the same prize. How many times? How many times? That's about all the advice I can give to that situation there. Y'all got to be working together as a team or it ain't going to work. Period. Period. I know I've said this a million times, but there's one simple key to a successful relationship. And no, that key is not no arguments. That key is not no challenges, no obstacles. You know what the key is? I work on me with you by my side. You work on you with me by your side. Boom, that's it. That's it. That's it. Now, as easy as that sounds, inner work sucks. It sucks. None of it. I hate inner work. I can't stand it. I fucking hate it. But it has to be done. It sucks so bad that most people don't fucking do it. So to get two people working on themselves, for themselves, and the betterment of the connection, that's tricky to find. That type of work is not fun. Calling yourself out on your own bullshit, admitting when you're the problem, tracing back to the past trauma that you experienced when you was a kid and understanding how that's affecting you today and trying to process through that and redirect it and unwire emotional triggers and rewire new emotional reactions. And that shit sucks, dude. Ain't nothing fun about it. But you ain't gonna go nowhere in life if you don't do it. Especially in your love life. So we gotta have both of you on the same page as a team. Or it ain't gonna work. All right, now we're gonna take a look at your love interest. This is mainly for the singles. I guess if you are in a relationship and you're interested in somebody else, take it if you want, but that's not the intention I'm putting into this reading because that is a stupid situation to find yourself in. If you're in a relationship and you're interested in somebody else, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Get out of that relationship. That ain't your person. Period. All right. So, single Capricorns and their love interest. Anything else we can tell the single Capricorns? Boo boop be doo. Boo boop be doo doo. Woo, communication. Okay, that could be a step in the right direction. Let's see. But the Queen of Cups reversed. So it doesn't really look like you are fully opening up and expressing like the full extent of how you feel about this person. Kind of just patiently waiting to see if this is going to go anywhere. There's good communication here. Oh, damn, dog. That came out of nowhere. What's that all about? And so did the Devil card. Now, some of you could be dealing with somebody that has an addiction issue. But I'm kind of feeling like for those of you who have already been sexually intimate with this person, you're waiting to see if it's going to move past that. And it don't really look like it. It looks like whatever's happening between the two of you is just repeating itself. And this is telling me, I didn't even expect that. Something is popping off between the two of you. Something crazy. You're finding out this person's lying about something. Okay. Some of you could find out this person's already in another relationship. I know that's not very many of you, but I hear it happen from time to time. It'll come through my readings every now and then where I was dating for somebody for a year and I didn't know they were married. Holy shit. Oh man. So it's kind of like you are very suddenly, abruptly, and unexpectedly blindsided with catching this person in a lie of some sort. And bam, it's crashing, it's burning. Whoa. You and this person do have karma that you're supposed to work out, though, I'll tell you that much. Let me dig their energy up a little bit deeper, man. Let's see what's going on with this person. What's their energy, feelings, and intentions? What kind of person are they? What kind of person are they in general? Queen of Wands in the reverse. They're not a very reliable individual. Now, don't take that personal. They're probably the type of individual that nobody can really rely on. They just kind of seem unreliable in general. Two of Cups reverse. I don't really feel like they're trying to like settle down with anybody. Seven of Cups. Yeah, see. They keeping their options open, playing around, playing the field, but there absolutely is somebody else in the mix here. Yeah, oh yeah. There's somebody else in the mix. There's a third party. And it's probably, because I feel like whoever this person is, the main person, their main person broke their heart. And now they're just kind of shopping around trying to find anybody that they can to take their mind off of it. But they don't even really know what they want. They too heartbroken. They too damn heartbroken, bruh. Emotional codependency. This person's a very lonely, empty, broken individual who has no idea what the hell they want. Well, shit. Damn, dog. Any advice? Any advice? Boo boop be doo. Whoa, what fell on the floor? Hang on. Ooh, the Hierophant. You know what that means? I think a lot of you are being tested. A lot of you could look at this situation like a spiritual test. Because I think there's a fairly decent handful of you who have either already been in this situation before, or you at least known somebody that's been in this situation. Like this is a test. This is a test. Now, the good news is you are tested when it's time to level up. That's the good news. But the bad news is if you didn't learn what you needed to learn, well, then you're just going to repeat a past cycle. Y'all do have karma that you have to work out, though, too. So this is kind of layered and multifaceted. But you could very much look at this like it's a test. A lot of times, especially long-term karmic humans, will create very complex soul contracts where you will like kill more than one bird with one stone. So we can have a contract where we're working out karma, and in the meantime, you're going to test me, right, to see what path I'm taking next. And at the same time, you're altering the trajectory of my path, and we can knock out a bunch of different things with one quick soul contract. But with that Hierophant there, I do think this is a test. So, it's hard to give advice like that when you're being tested. Not really a whole lot of advice to give. The only thing I'll say, I've already given that advice to like so many different signs. Okay, whatever. Ask yourself this. If the universe had delivered me the person that it picked out for me, the one divine life partner, not a karmic soulmate, not even a connection with a lot of potential, my person. If I was dealing with my person, how complicated should that situation be? If I was dealing with the one person the universe picked for me, How confusing should that situation be? How long should I have to sit around and wait to see whether or not this person wants to be with me? If I was dealing with my divine life partner, would that person be confused about whether or not they want me or somebody else? Think about that. Think about that and see what you come up with. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Got a couple of announcements to make now that I got all y'all in the chat. First of all, don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like a personal reading. But some of you may have seen me playing around on TikTok over the last week or so. And my wife and I made the decision that once a week, we're going to go have a little hangout on TikTok. Kind of like we do in the 2222s, but it's not all going to be dedicated to reading. You know, hang out, chat. I'll read for the zodiac signs. If you want like a little $10 question answered or something like that, I'll do that for you. But we're going to be doing that once a week. And I'll announce the day that we do that next. But if you want to go over there and follow me on TikTok, we'll be doing that. Also, some of you may have seen that I started a new YouTube channel that is dedicated to nothing but music and guitars. Because one thing that the vast majority of you did not know is that I am also a musician. I just put the guitar down a long time ago and didn't pick it back up until my wife surprised me with my dream guitar. And that successfully reawakened my love and passion for music. So I made a new YouTube channel. And the name that I have for it so far is Rich Lops Music Channel. I promise you I'm going to change the name of that in the next couple of months. But for now, I had to give it a name. So if you want to go click the search bar and type in Rich Lops Music Channel, click filters and then channel, you'll see my big ugly mug pop up with a Gibson Les Paul headstock next to my face. And that's my new channel. So have no clue where I'm taking that channel. I don't know what direction it's going to go in. It's just kind of, I'm letting that unfold the way it naturally wants to unfold. But anyway, was there anything else? I don't know. It's bedtime, man. I'm getting tired. Anyway. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.